Space Sprite, I think, is very important for both teams to wrestle over.
Yeah, but as we go into this game, though, which of these teams do you think are picking more expensive heroes?
Oh, it's gotta be Vesakha, right? We've seen like all the expensive picks in the form of Ganemo. Mozi is also considered a pretty good one. And let's talk about the Long and also the Dharma. These are expensive picks, I would say, coming in from the Vesakha draft as well. But for HBSE, it is quite similar in this sense, but execution is what I'm looking for coming into this game one.
I mean, you have a lot of outs, right? The Nua kind of outranges the Ganemo at a certain time. Obviously, he needs that farm. But if we're looking at like the jungle one, it's more about the dive composition. It's like a counter in, going out.
Yep, this is the first series of Day 2 of the knockout stage featuring Vesakha Esports towards the blue side and HomeBois Esports, the MKL champs, towards the red side. Let's get it going. Casters, you're live.
Thank you so much, Saki. As we get into this one, Day 2, of course, of the knockout stage. We're going to the first matchup. Vesakha Esports, are they able to take down HomeBois x Blackshrew Esports here?
Well, you're going to have to keep focused. That is that CD key as well. And it looks like Vesakha have not really found a big win just yet. But look at this move by Greedy. A simple one, just pushing that camp away and resetting it, which means Vesakha cannot make that steal comfortably.
Yeah, cannot at all. But Jeong in the top lane, he's looking to rotate because he wants to take this away, potentially with the steal of Gen Myth as well. And now HBSE are looking to go for some sort of chase, but they'll look to go for the Spike Dahlia.
If they steal this, it's going to be great for HBSE here. It looks like if that's not going to be the case, it is going to be secured by Bao. But he does it at the, at the expense of his life.
Yeah, and going back into this one, I mean, you're seeing the way that this early game is going to be set up, right? It's all about kind of just clearing the mid-wave and looking outside. Guyu and Ball, that is going to be a matchup that we see throughout this entire best of 7.
Yes, definitely. I think this one will make a big difference, right? It's because there's a lot of control coming in. But at the same time, you can kind of force each other to be the sole focus, right? If Gui only has to catch Bao, that would be unfortunate
they
for
get
him.
a little bit of a rotation here. Guyu is going to be on the run. They actually find Bao in a bad spot. He's taking a decent amount of damage. He needs to be a little bit careful, but he's going to give up first blood. Jeong is going to get that pick off, and Guyu is still there. Nev not able to do much.
I mean, this is what we expected from HomeBois Blackshrew Esports, right? The first blood goes into their hands. Now they have a 800 goal lead. And right away, because of the Space Sprite take as well, they're going to be able to rotate. And Musang King already at level 4. He's going to hit level 5 really soon.
Yeah, not a great start for Vesakha in this one. It's kind of one of those things where they tried to force it, but Ball, he was a little bit too low. His positioning was way out front. Nev, he's a tanky boy, so he can kind of take it though.
We'll see how it's like, because I think Gen Myth also needs to perform really well in this game. The reason why you pick up the Ganemo, you need that burst. Yes, you have Nev in the front. He's going to be really tanky.
Oh, nice cannon blast. They actually found Jay, but the Unending Sorrow is going to stop all of that. He just baited out everything.
Yeah, beautiful move, right? And it wasn't like a huge risk or whatsoever. And look, every single small win will accumulate and become a big effort from the side of HBSE.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing about Vesakha as well, is that you don't want to be giving up any of these leads, right? HBSE is not a team that you want to be giving that lead so that they kind of choke you out, so to speak.
I think it's less giving, more HBSE taking from them. At this point, they're really forceful. This is one of the strengths of MKL teams, right?
Right.
It's just the calculation right down to double digits in terms of the HP. Look at that steal.
Oh, that steal was perfect, but he might be trading his life away, and he will go down. That's probably not a great trade in the end.
All right, so IKL fans are definitely happy with that. They require a rotation of 3 members, though. And it looks like HBSE, they're going to be looking for some value here to clear the wave. The most important part here is the EXP and gold sharing.
Yeah,
and Musang King is really quick.
Yeah, actually, that's the biggest thing, right? Guyu was dead, so he's not going to get any of that, and all more of that farm is going to be going into Musang King. All in all, not the greatest thing, because again, you want to kind of limit Musang King as much as possible.
All right, we'll see how this is for the side of VP. Oh, hang on.
Oh, they find Nev. He's going to be on the behind enemy lines. He's going to be bounced around with some of the creation. He has the Dream Roam if he wants to go. Cannon Blast is a little off the mark. He's going to be bounced around, but HBSE not able to get too much.
Yeah, both teams don't want to expend too much of their resources, right? We're hitting that 4-minute mark at this point. Bao just getting slowly poked out. It's more important to get the knowledge of where your opponents are at this point, or maybe even a kill. Gen Myth, nice job. Manages to force out the ultimate from Jer, but Gen Myth doesn't really have a lot of mana. So with that, Vesakha, they take the first Tyrant of this game.
It's about the little things right there. I mean, Gen Myth getting him so low that he had to commit the Unending Sorrow means that he's not going to be looking to go for that vision into that Tyrant, opening up the door for that easy take. And now Raven a little bit low, needs to be a bit on the careful side here if they want to go. Nice cannon blast, but here's the Annihilation just barely missing on that one.
Oh,
and now the Skyfall, he dives under the tower, and now he's going to take a decent amount. He needs to get back to safety. He will be fine, but he eats a lot of damage on his way out.
Just shy from Gen Mid, but here we go, one more. Kuyu is going to try and make the difference here. Attempted to catch, did not happen. So with that, there is a stalemate, but talking about that, I think HBSE definitely has the advantage. About 1,000 gold ahead in front of Vesakha Esports.
Yeah, I mean, it took literally a village to stop Musang King's dive under your bottom T1, right? So that's how close things were. But now HBSC moving it down in the bottom lane.
Yeah, taking T1 here is going to be really important. Number one, it provides them a lot of vision, a lot of space to potentially get into the flank. This is going to be valuable for Free, right? We want to see this wall sync get that setup for the side of HBSE. Now, with that being said, Vesakha, they need to find a trade somewhere, but a little difficult because all the T1s are looking super healthy on the MKL #1 side.
Yeah, and both of these guys, I mean, Junyoung and Nev are probably going to be the guys that need to be ensuring that the brushes are always kind of forefront, right? They have that forward scout so that they don't really get caught out by Guyu's attempt to the flank, but here comes the Skyfall. They find Val, who tries to formless, he flashes. Can he continue on with the Annihilation from downtown, taking him out? But it looks like they do get Guyu in return.
Beautiful move, and I like this, right? No matter what you do against HBSE, they always have an answer, they always have a response. And once again, pressure on the T2. Nice stun coming from Raven.
Yes, to get infinite vastness. He was taking way too much, especially with that stun under the tower. HBSE forcing out some big cooldowns.
All right, and with that, okay, Raven, I think a nice job in saving his flash there, but it might cost at the cost of a T2 here.
Yeah, I mean, that ult, yes, you're alive, but you lost your bottom T2. Now they're going in. Skyfall, Musang King looking to go for Gen Myth, who actually is going to be fine, but now Junyoung is not going to be close as well. He gets picked off as well as Gen Myth.
This is why the Fire Tip Spear is so good, right? The first skill on the side of Nurta, the burn value is so painful, especially when you have the lead as well. Right now, we're closing into 2,000 gold on the side of HBSE. And with that, Vesakha, they can't defend.
Yeah, they can't really defend. I mean, you only have 3 members. It looks like this is HBSE's game right now. They have full map control. Oh, the pushback, the Razor Cavalry. Raven actually has the flash because he doesn't have the dragon. He gets annihilated from the bottom side. Did not expect that angle.
Beautiful flash annihilation from the side of Zhihong. This is where you see the top quality plays come out from the side of HBSE.
Yeah, but did you expect an angle like that? That was completely from a different way. Raven had no chance. The Unending Sorrow is going to be used, but Junyoung taking a decent amount of damage. Needs to be a bit careful. He gets under the tower. Jay, no other damage on, but now the Skyfall. He wants to go for Junyoung. He is not playing scared. He's going to be cannon blasted. He's going to do a decent amount of work. He's fighting 1 versus 4 behind the T2, and now it looks like he's going to be on the run, but space created.
Level 11. This is where Musang King, he's looking a little too dangerous, right? Able to handle 4 different people on the side of Vesakha at this point. Not healthy. Gen Myth trying to save the game at this point. The T3s are the most important turrets in this game.
Yeah, how scary is that, right? Musang King fighting 1 versus 4 behind the T2 when they haven't even taken the mid T1. I mean, at what point you're like, Musang King, like, yo, hold your horses, man.
Yeah.
Oh, nice annihilation. But here they come with Guyu as well. They find Junyoung. Nice little pick onto that one. The push away on this one with Nev. He's going to be pushed around and bouncing on all the side of the damage, and it looks like they're going to go in. Ball gets the pick up on a Jihong. He gets him with the truth, and Nev still survives.
I love that. That shows you there is some potential from Vesakha, but it's not going to be a lot of time left. Take a look at the lead here. This is 3,000 now in advantage to the side of HBSC. And with the Crimson Golem going into the hands of probably Musang King at this point, how do they deal with this mega tank?
Yeah, it's not going to be easy. Skyfall used yet again. Gen Myth guards the graves, and he gets back to safety. But Musang King taking a decent amount. Cannon Blast, they're going to stun lock him, but they don't have the damage. Oh, nice! Truth gets him, and Jay's going to be killed as well. And they find Vuvi as well, and Vesakha with a great turn of events, getting 3 for nothing.
They can't even get the annihilation. Raven was super low. This is why you have to be careful.
Yeah, you have to be careful here. I mean, there was the rest of them that were pushed back. They did not expect that angle from Ball. Those are the kinds of plays that can change the entire dynamics of this game.
And this only happened because they dared to dream, right? Coming in from the grassroots, this is the last thing I think the MKL fans would have expected. But Vesakha, they're doing it. They're mounting the comeback. They've cut the goal lead in half. And more than that, and by right, and as well, Bao buying time for the team. They get the time,
but he's actually turning it around. 1 versus 2. He says, come at me, bro. throw. As he turns this, he gets onto Ji-Young, and now here comes the reinforcements. Nev is there, but Ball will fall in the end. It's a 1-for-1. Jay looking to go for those heals, but now Nev is gonna have to probably back up. The numbers are just too many. Raven will take the Azure Golem instead.
Yeah, he's gonna try though, because Musang King is around. He gets caught here. He does not have the escape mechanism that he needs. It's gonna be a 2-on-1. They got him though.
Oh, they got him inside, locked inside the box. Musang King, how much damage can he take? They have Gen Myth coming as well. The tower is there. So if anything, another cannon blast, the flaming palm from Raven, and Vesakha are turning this game on its head.
We asked them to show up. Vesakha Esports have. And at this point, this is not what we expected. HBSE, they don't really have a big lead. In fact, I would consider there is no lead at this point.
I mean, they're getting caught out left and right. I mean, Vesakha have done such a great job. I mean, even when Ball is behind in terms of the numbers, but he's able to turn this around. HBSE are getting caught. Oh, they find Ball though. He's in a bad spot. He has to flash away. Vivi on the chase with that annihilation.
Nice.
He sidesteps that one, but Vivi continuing on if he's able to get it. In the fight in the bottom side, they get the Tyrant. Raven is going to be picking that one up. Guyu goes in for the Soaring Greek Dragon, has their rogue charge on to Jun-Young, who flashes back to safety. He's going to be chased. He's going to be sliced down by Guyu.
Okay, beautiful response from HBSE here. They forced Vesakha into a difficult position. Even though the Tyrant buff is in the hands of Vesakha Esports right now, HBSE still have the map advantage.
Yeah, definitely a good map advantage. I mean, they took the fight with Ball. They got that pick off, as well as Jun-Young, turning it around. Map control turning into buffs at this point.
I mean, it came at a cost, right? VV had to expend his flash, but for now, if HBSE gets this Overlord, it's going to be valuable because it's a Shadow variant as well.
Look, I mean, if you're going to trade away a flash, I don't think that's the worst of trades for HBSE. I think they're going to be very happy with that.
Yeah, in fact, I think it's a perfect trade, right? I don't mind giving a flash. It only costs 2 minutes of your time.
Yeah, it's not a whole lot. I mean, he just needs to be a little bit more careful as they continue on with this one, because again, he needs to just farm. He will be that guy. VV right now at 7.8, tied with Raven.
I think this is the challenge in this game number 1 from what we're seeing. It truly is who is a better team, right? There are very little individual plays per se. It's about how synergistic both teams are. So far, I think on the side of Gen Myth, we need him to be more calculative. He needs to land those shots.
Yeah, the Cannon Blast, they have a lot of control. The Unending Sorrow dodging most of this. They find Nev though, and he's just so tanky at this point. He's going to be happy with that. The top T2 now under assault.
I love this because Nev and Musang King playing the exact same formula, right? How much can you throw on me before I fall? And so far, both of them have not really fallen too many times.
Oh, they find Raven. He gets on his dragon. The emergence was used as well. They tried to go for the ambush play. Raven with those fast fingers, he gets on out.
All right, but that's going to be a big ultimate expended from the side of Vesakha. There are Vanguards flying down as well, and it's going to be a top lane that HBSE are looking at.
Yeah, but with these Vanguards, they're going to be there with that annihilation. Gen Myth taking a decent amount. Mid T2 taken down already. Cannon Blast off the mark. HBSE circling. Look like they're going to use the Shadow Vanguard in the top lane instead. Cannon Blast again, just constantly stunning, but it's really not a whole lot. There's no follow-up on this one.
I mean, it's all on Jin Young as well as Gen Myth,
Oh,
right?
Jay, he tried to flash forward, but he gets picked off. It was a very ambitious play, and they find Musang King, who's going to skyfall his way on out of this one. He's flying first class to the mid lane.
Okay, beautiful move and defense from the side of Vesakha Esports by HBSE. You know they have quality. They're going to start running away. It really is down to Nev. Can he, and really, does he really want to chase in here?
I mean, he's getting taking a lot of damage. VV's like, you're coming at me? So he turns it around, starts doing that damage.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the gold advantage here. Right now, they have restored that lead. It's 2,000 in advantage to HBSE.
Yeah, and for now, but the Crimson, it looks like it's going to be taken away. The Soaring Greek Dragon by Guyu. Raven was able to pick that away though, right under their noses.
Yep, hang on.
Yeah, Nev still there. They find BB and get the pick off, and Raven snipes him out, and now they want the revenge. Skyfall is going to be used instantly on the back line. Guyu taking a decent amount. Ball with the truth, locking him up, but pushing him away. That's not a great spot. Musang King now is going to be on the run as well, and HBSE are going to be down VV.
What is happening? How is this possible? Vesakha Esports are placing pressure on HomeBois BSE. The dream stays real.
Yeah, you just got to be a believer at this point. Vesakha has proven time and time again that they are no team to underestimate. This is a team that's starting to hit their stride, and they're taking the fight to HBSE.
Yep, some say they are a dark horse team, but for now it looks like they are shining light for the side of IKL.
Nice little annihilation. That's going to tenderize a lot of them. The emergence just to spot it out, but the Tyrant getting so low. It's going to be picked up by Musan King with that smite. Guyu now looking for that angle, not able to find it. Raven is a little bit of half-life. Musan King on the chase, wants to go for Gen Myth. He tries to flash. He's under the tower. He's going to be diving in, and Musan King not playing scared, but here's the rest of Vesakha. It's a revenge tour. They have the truth. They knock Musan King into the next field. And Jay, a little bit low. It looks like he's going to be at half-life. He's going to be backing off. They trade away Musan King for Gen Myth.
Okay, go for, but there is a minion wave for the side of HBSE. Mid T3 is important to take this one.
Yeah, but it's about the wave clear. Just Vesakha just buying a little bit of time. But Jay, now they're going in for the Fox, and Jun Young is going to be picked off. They find Val. He's gone way too far outside of the base. Both of them have been taken out. And now Emergence forward by it looks like he's going to do a little bit of damage on the net.
All right, so this is still an advantage to the HBSE for now. They are able to dominate the Gorge, get quite a bit of damage on that T3 in the mid. One more wave could do it.
Another wave. They're going to be pushing in here. Nev is still up in front. HBSE looking to just push them back. They will take the mid T3. Guyu, all that space. The heroic charge. They found a great target in Nev, who dream roams on back. He's been pushed back. They've got Gen Myth and Nev. And HBSE says, hey, you want to come at me? Let's go. I'm going to take game one.
Beautiful work from the side of the MKL #1 seed. Vesakha, though, this one is a surprise. They are showing some strength here.
It is not easy. We all thought like, okay, the Davius